Community Hospice was founded to help people receive care and support for any illness that would limit their lives to months rather than years. And we also are the compassionate guide for our community in end-of-life, advanced care planning, grief. So our mission's really twofold. We want to provide excellent care and support to people who are facing a very advanced illness, and also be someone who teaches and engages our community, including our medical community, so we can all have a better standard of care in the future. We just finished celebrating our 35th anniversary, so we're entering our 36th year, and interestingly enough, we were founded by a group of community volunteers. We mobilize almost 1,000 volunteers, and together that group contributed almost $2 million worth of labor to our organization just this past year alone. So we have a huge volunteer workforce. A lot of people say, well, I can't volunteer for community hospice because it would make me too sad to work with patients and families. But one of the big areas, for instance, our volunteers work in is our thrift stores, because patient families want to donate goods after their loved one dies, and volunteers, we couldn't run those thrift stores without them, and they help raise funds for our organization. We also have volunteers who do everything from help our finance department file the tons and tons of paperwork we have, to helping us decorate around our inpatient centers for the holidays, to pet therapy volunteers. We have volunteers for grief camps for children. And we have one volunteer who I really appreciate. He comes to our Hadlow Center, which is our headquarters, every day and plays the grand piano that we have in our lobby so that we can all enjoy the beautiful music, and that our patients get to enjoy it too. So they do fill a variety of roles for us. For hospice, you can't separate volunteerism from the delivery of our care. And the volunteers are actually listed as part of our interdisciplinary care team. So nurses, doctors, social workers, and volunteers. So we like to say volunteers aren't a dessert for us, they're the main course. And it really is essential, and it's the heart of what we do. Well, I've heard many of them say that it gives them a chance, particularly if they were in a situation where either their loved one received care from a hospice or they wish their loved one had received care from a hospice. It's a very healing experience for many folks who come back and volunteer in that manner. For a lot of people, it fulfills a need to do something with what they consider all the blessings they were given. And for others, it's a way for them to really stay engaged and do something for an organization that they feel does very good things for their community. So we have a whole variety of reasons, but every volunteer, particularly those who interact directly with patients and families, will tell you that for them it changes their lives, because they get a chance to really make a difference to someone. And we always say that when you change a death, you change a life. And so they change lives. It's such an honor for us to receive the Tillie K. Fowler Award, because not only was she someone who we all respected and who did so much to support hospice and hospice legislation, but she really stood for someone who cared about her community and made a huge difference here. And so for us to receive this award in recognition of our volunteers, I think it says that they've made a difference to our community, and that what they've done has really changed lives and increased the quality of life here. So I think that it's the best award we could receive, and especially since it bears her name and we knew who she was and what she stood for. It's a true honor.